Hi, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, or you can call me Mel. And I'm here to do this tarot in the shadow session. I will really looking to do it actually in the wee hours of the morning, but it wasn't time because it just wasn't working. So now it's time. I heard something shifted in the energy. I want to work with the Starman Tarot to get this reading in for you. So let's see what we have coming out. So I see just from the shuffle that there's something going on where the spirit is giving guidance to the one watching, but it's like, I don't want to. It's like the physical just doesn't want to because of what? Yeah. So let's see what is happening. We have the Strength card. And I get holding back, staying in control, control of your actions, control of yourself, knowing that what actions you put out come back to you. They just show me the infinite sign. I can't help but see there's a lady with two Leos on her sides. Okay, so who is that? Are you is there a Virgo with two Leos around her? Is there a lady who has two children that are zodiac sign Leo? Um, but yeah, I have a lady with two Leos around her. And it's like also giving the energy of in this situation, oh, there's a lot more you could throw these bows, you could put hands on somebody, act up, you could get smacked up type of vibes, but it's like, no, maybe I better not is the vibe here. For some of you, you are Leo. Show me more about this situation. This reading is for every zodiac sign, though. Okay, in this situation, we have the Princess of Wands. Opportunity. I'm hearing an opportunity to express yourself, to put it, know what you can do. And then I just saw like if you're going to an event where you're going to showcase your talent, show the world what you can do, you get some good news. Any of these things are happening, right? And then somebody wants to, I'm getting the phrase rain on your parade. It's like there's somebody that wants to rain on your parade. And it takes restraint, self-restraint to not act up. You need to know how to act in certain environments. You need to know how to behave in certain environments, especially if you're meant to walk in specific types of rooms where, not just anybody could go. If you're meant to be in certain environments around certain people in a certain ambiance, like you have to carry yourself appropriately for that experience to be able to be there, or they will kick your ass out. They'll drag you out so fast. Okay. So there's that kind of, what's the opportunity here? What's the opportunity? The opportunity is the Eight of Wands. And again, it's giving me that you get to do your dance, you get to do your show, you get to go for everything. It's like you're going to have a lot of opportunities come from this one thing. Yeah, the one wand is much larger than the other wands around the side, right? But everything is focused on you. So it's like at this one event, it's one experience. It's like what you do is important right now because this is about attaining goals. I'm getting this is about you attaining some goals. I'm getting things that you had wished for, hoped for, thought of in the past coming to fruition for you. And you know that what you do this one time is going to keep that door open, or I heard, or will slam it shut in your face. Okay. Somebody watching this is in an experience where you are holding back because you're starting to have a lot of feelings for somebody. You just want to spend all the time you can with this person. Let me see what's below in this experience. The Three of Cups, a friend circle. Somebody's having strong feelings for a friend. Okay, somebody, your friends help put it together. And I did see it was three of you at some point, right? You have mutual goals. This is at a party. This is at a celebration, a meditation group, a soul session. I heard soul session. So when y'all get together, this is a whole soul session happening. And there's this energy where like everybody brings all they are to the table, and the energy flows really nicely. The energy does flow really nicely. This is a great opportunity. Okay, when everybody comes to the table. All right, what else? What prepared you for this? I heard what prepared you for this was the Queen of Cups. So you learn to be, you learn to interpret, not you learn to be, you always were, but so this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but you learn to interpret and understand the guidance of your emotions. You learn to interpret and understand when you're being empath. You learn to interpret and understand your psychic ability. See, a lot of people, they have psychic and empathic abilities, but they mistake the information that they're getting as being about the self. When you reach Queen of Cups status, you actually have a deeper level of understanding of the information that you're receiving, okay? And you were in receptive mode anyway. So you was, I saw you was showering yourself with all kinds of blessings and all kinds of beautiful experiences, things coming to fruition, materializations that delight your heart. And that's how you put yourself in this position to attract the opportunity that you have right now to get out there and show your stuff. Okay, anywhere where you were curious or doubting or insecure about your ability to perform, your ability up as required, like not only will you show up as required, you're going to add some to the pot on top of it of what they didn't even require or expect. It's like you're better than what was expected. um you are more than they thought, more than they could, more than they could see for themselves, more than they it's like if you came to do your song and dance and played an instrument on top of it, all type of a thing. Okay, let me see above. The Ten of Swords. Whoa. Well, here's a bit of an issue because I'm like, this can make or break it. Ten of Swords, you're like, no matter what, this is a make or break moment. I'm going for it. That's what I'm getting with this. You're like, no matter what, who doesn't like it, or no matter who does like it, like, this is my make it or break it moment. You feel like this is your make it or break it moment. I'm hearing you're putting a lot of stress on yourself about this situation. Like, it's just part of the journey. There is no make it or break it moment. It's all like when you woke up today and you were breathing, that was a make it or break it moment. So if you want to take it like that, then you need to understand that it's all a make it or break it moment. It's always like that. Okay. So it's like as soon as you start to get into stress, I see that you take your mind back to what is your truth. You've been practicing that in this experience. You keep taking yourself back to what is your truth. Okay. You keep taking yourself back to what is your truth, and then you focus there. So then you focus there, and then and that was a confirmation. You heard the phone, I heard the phone, we all heard the phone. There's a confirmation that it came through. And the text message. So the message was, I had checked on my neighbor because her dogs were going off, and I don't usually hear them going off like that. So I just, as I glanced over when it made the noise, it says, so they stayed quiet, right? And they're saying that applies to the message that we're getting, because what had happened was all those doubtful thoughts, all those self-defeating thoughts, all those worries and stresses and all the things that could um, lower your energy, lower your vibes and all that stuff, it come up, and then you go focus back on your truth and all the opportunity and how you attracted it and your vibrational part of it. And then those other overthinking thoughts, those lower vibrational uh, self-defeating thoughts, stay quiet. They stay quiet. Okay, interesting. So let's see what's unfolding in this experience. What's unfolding in this is the Four of Pentacles, stability. So somebody here, that's part of the reason why this make it or break it comes up, because like this opportunity actually gives you some financial stability in this, right? Others of you, this is a relationship where I talked about being attracted to a person, right? And having starting to have a lot of feelings. This relationship does get into your heart. Like you and this person, it becomes a stable thing. I'm hearing in that case, in the relationship case, you're here to bring change in one another's lives and balance with one another. So it's like where one has information, skills, accomplishments, awareness about this, that, or the other, and then you do about something else, and neither of you has what the other has. So it's like, hold on, let's add to one another. And there's this song from Lodisi that just flashed through my brain, Add to Me. So this is a relationship that adds to you, and it will go into stability. That's what I see. Anywhere where this is about you performing, delivering your goods, doing your talents in front of people, and you know, like this could turn into more. Yeah, this is going to be stable. You'll do it maybe once a month, every 4 weeks. You'll do it 4 times a year, something like that. uh Something like that. And I see four. So for some, I also see 4 locations coming up as a result. It'll grow into 4 locations instead of just one. There's something here about that. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting every 2 weeks at 4 locations. Okay, so for somebody, some timing's coming through, which is a big deal with me reading. I don't always pick up timing. But anyways, let me see what you're doing in this. How you addressing the situation. How is tribe addressing the situation? As the star, I fucking love you. Look at you. Amazing. Addressing the situation as the star. Love and peace and happiness. Yeah, you're like, I'm finna show up and show out. I'm gonna come with all my light, all my dark. I'm gonna come with all that I am. I'm gonna present myself openly, transparently. I'm going to do my thing. I'm gonna shine. You know that, oh, she's speaking to me. She said, and this is Aquarius energy, by the way. They're saying, she's saying to me, yeah, I know that this is evidence of my being healed. Like the fact that you could get out there and do this, whether it's get on a stage, perform something, or start this, go down this path of whatever this relationship and attraction turns into, right? It looks like this is evidence of you're healed. You're healed. Part of your healing has been not interacting with other people sexually, is a strong message that I'm getting from her. She's like, yeah, I've kept my no-nos and my no-nos to myself. Mm-hmm. You've had a lot of realizations that have come in that have helped you to get here. Yeah, and part of the healing path for you, it was all linked to knowing that you're safe and secure. Like to get up on that stage and present your art and your talent, your skill and ability, you had to know that you were good. You had to know that you could. You had to know that you had it, right? And you had to follow the desire, and you had to actually take the action that correlates to that. Like you had to go for it. And that is been a big deal for you. So in the past, I just see like where there had been some resistance in you about it, where there had been some uh hesitations, doubts, and fears, and like I'm just getting the word hesitations again, right? About doing this, and you felt it and did it anyways because you felt guided. It felt guided. It felt like everything in your life, everything leading up to this moment was taking you to this path. This is like if this is about the relationship for you, I just see like that day or that time when you find this person, right? Everything that led up to you being in that place, you're just like, it's actually really wild. You might even call it crazy that this is happening right now, because I wasn't going to, I was supposed to be here, or I never come here, or I never even heard of this place, is type of a thing. I've never tried this. You know, it's like stretching yourself. And I just heard she said to me too, you've gotten comfortable with the uncomfortable zone. Yeah. So you come out of your comfort zone and you learned how to push through those nervous feelings of, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I should. So you probably been learning the difference between letting fear stop it you and realizing, hey, this isn't even fear, this is just nerves because I'm doing a new energy and going into an energy you've never been in, feeling the nerves racking up because my body has never felt this sensation of energy before, we've never done this before, and then doing it anyway. And I'm hearing and practicing it until you became masterful at it, you became one that was set apart as different about it, right? Like you're not the average at this. So what, even if it's in relationships, like you're an amazing partner. As a matter of fact, in relationships, you're the type of partner that can see what your partner needs before they need it, and then you show up with it and you just be blowing their mind all the time, right? If this is about you having a performance or a practice like that, like you have really, like you stand out among those who do what you do as extremely well skilled, extremely practiced, extremely master. You do, you are a shining star, and you've started to see that other people really follow your lead. You know you're safe to do it because no matter what the response. So then this all that I'm saying is like, so what's with the nerves? Like, well, you're like, well, it either is or isn't. That's why, Okay, so let me see in your environment who or what. You have the 9 of Cups in your environment. Well, that's why. That makes perfect sense. So wish fulfillment is in your environment, and it just gave me the image in my mind of the card that I created for my handmade oracle deck that says Spider-Man syndrome. When your wishes come true and they can find you way over there in the corner clinging to the walls like, for having a freak out like, this is happening, I can't believe this is really happening right now. Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy as it relates to zodiac signs, but we have 9 of Cups. You have wish fulfillment here in reach. So they are telling me a message for you, like anywhere where feel the doubts and you push through them, that's exactly what you want to do, because this is in the energy of materialization where people give up, right? As it's about to bud, as it's about to be revealed, as it comes to full material form, this is the place where a lot of people will actually give up on their dream, on their accomplishment, on their self. But there's some wiser knowing that's coming in, and there's this draw from your heart. I'm seeing a draw from your heart, like your heart will not let you quit. You got to keep, fortune is on your side, good luck is here. What you wanted to accomplish, what you wanted to have, it's here. You can sense it, and it feels, you could feel. And I'm just seeing like that feeling of drive, passion, motivation, inspiration is stronger than the feeling of the nerves, the doubts, the fears, the worries. Okay, I do see that. So let me see. Let's go ahead and look at your hopes and fears in this situation. What's your real emotions going on? Okay, thank you. And we have, the King of Swords in reverse. They're saying your emotions right now are trying to focus on getting you out of your head. That's what the King of Swords is in reverse telling me. Yeah. Trying to get out of your head, it's like you are smart, you don't do know things, but you're trying to not over intellectualize the situation, because you know that everything isn't based off of intellect. You also are aware that intellect and the computer brain is only going to be able to regurgitate information from the past, but because of that feeling of the nerves and the energy, that you're in a whole different ambiance right now, there, that the computer brain has no information to relay about this experience, because you've never had this experience before, because you've never been in this situation before. And so as the computer brain starts to spit up all this stuff, your feeling is, you know what, I remember that this is overthinking as a result of the computer brain trying to fill this experience and fit it into a file folder of something else that has happened before, but there's no file folder for this computer brain secretary to file it in. So it's freaking out, saying no known information, cannot compute, unknown data. Absolutely, it is unknown data, because this is the experience is beyond your comfort zone. because that's what we're talking about. You feel that 10 of Swords just said, yeah, you broke a barrier, like you broke a boundary in your own energy, and your brain cannot. It's like it can't get with the program because it's not received this program. It's like this is the first time you're running the program, so the computer's got to, download all the necessary apps, necessary configurations, put it all together, and run it for the first time. Is so you understand that about yourself. So that, as this pertains to a relationship, like this relationship is very different, this person is very different, and you're very different. All those three things being very different, as your brain starts to try to rationalize, well, it's like this, that, or the other, and then you have this knowing, like, no, it's actually not like this, that, or the other. This is something completely different. This is not the past. This is not that person, and I'm not that person anymore. So you can't really judge this book by that cover, because this book doesn't even fit in that cover. That's a beautiful illustration. Thank you. Much less does that cover belong to this book. And then as anywhere where this, so you getting out there and doing the dang thing, it's like you're telling yourself, like, I don't need to give myself those lower vibrational thoughts. You're just like, I'm just going to get out of my head, and I'm going to get into my body, and I'm just going to feel my way through this, right? Just going to feel my way through this. Okay. I like it. Let's see outcome energy in this. What's the most likely results given the energy as it is now? We have a death card, which in this case is coming out as awesome, because this is saying to me, like, the barrier you broke back there with that 10 of Swords, absolutely yes. Abso-freaking-lutely yes. Like, it's never going to be this bad. This is like the first time you've seen karaoke. It's going to be the worst nerves you've ever had in your life, right? But this is something here to change your life. So we're just going to pull off the top and see what this life change looks like. Get some more details. Scorpio energy there. Let me just look at this card before we move on from it. Okay, so in the, like, this black spot, right? And it's totally giving me the energy of a transformation in your, it's like, okay, thank you. That's a much simpler, clearer, shorter way to say it. It's giving me the energy of this experience is going to cause a transformation in you, because it's going to give you firm, concrete, solidified, materialized, 3D, can touch it, taste it, feel it, information to put. So the computer brain, the computer brain can make a new manila folder for this experience. It will be there. It's influencing your confidence on your third eye, on the vision you saw for yourself, as well as locking in. Oh, I love that. It's locking your security, stability. It's locking in your passion, your drive, your motivation, your take action, your self-starter, your ambition. It's like, yes, I'm going to do this again. So this, for you, it could totally be like the first time that you feel those nerves and you push through it, right? They did give me that whole first time singing karaoke thing, and you've been scared to do it your whole life until now. Now you get up there, and it's like you come off the stage and you say, oh, it wasn't that bad. Well, let's now pull off the top and just see what else we have. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh lordy. The Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. Nice. I like it. So it's like, this is like somebody who comes off the karaoke mic and they're like, okay, I could do that again. I got it. I did it. First time's out of the way. This is out of the way. First performance is out of the way. That again. And it feels like you're being called to it. It feels like, yes, it feels like I got this. Instead of that back and forth and doubting and wondering that was coming up before. Let me see what else we have. The Queen of Wands. My hand grabbed it in reverse. I'm going to sit it on the table upright, but my hand did grab it in reverse. And they said to go ahead and upright this King of Swords energy as well. Okay, they're saying the King of Swords and this Queen of Wands is coming together to say X energy. Okay, for somebody, Generation X is significant, but it's giving me, like, in regards to relationships, Part of what you're realizing is that the reason that you were worried, doubtful, was because you have that ex that cheated on you, had a whole nother woman, had a whole nother life, had a whole nother wife type of a thing. Some of you, this is about people don't want you, the people who don't want you to win, and the shit that they talk and the gossip they spread, and you know what I'm saying, what are the people gonna think and all that. So there's that energy there. And then, so let's get the other card to go with it, is the Four of Swords, and laying all that to rest, laying all of that in this situation, you lay all of that to rest. Yeah, Four of Swords, you find peace behind it all, and you're able to not, it's like you don't allow it to make you get out of alignment, out of calibration, out of sync, out of your mind. Get out of your mind. I heard, yeah, out of your mind. Okay. You allow yourself to be at peace. Now you're gonna be at peace. It's like the first time you did this, that was the to break the barrier so you can find your peace about this. Anywhere where you were worried about other people and their hateful wishes about you, that comes to an end. Anywhere where you was worried about somebody trying to wish you would fail or anything like that comes to an end. Anywhere where you were concerned that this relationship was going to be affected by what happened with the ex, or that this relationship was going to look like what happened with the ex, you, all that goes out the window. Like, it's, you're not worried about that anymore. You find peace and you move on, and it's easy. This is almost even, yeah, no, it's they're showing me where, like, you're so used to things being so hard, and now all of a sudden it's just not so hard anymore. It's like getting used to the ease, getting used to the flow, instead of being stuck in between a rock and a hard place all the fucking time. Okay. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? Justice. Libra energy. Balance. Balance. And I'm getting, as you've maintained balance, the rest of the world must show you the balance. So you have been in this place where you have been working to get into your balance, which is why in the beginning, even though you could lay the smack down and you could get smacked up vibes, like, you don't have to do that no more. You learned what action to take, what action not to take. You will learn how to get a grip. I'm hearing on the monkey mind, the crazy brain. You also learn to stand up for yourself. I'm getting, you learn to stand up for yourself. So anywhere where you were wondering if you successfully broke a spell or closed a circle of control that allowed people to cast spells over your energy or stuff like that, you getting evidence now that absolutely yes, you have found successes, and justice is being served. Anybody who came against you, like, you're at peace about all of that because you saw how it benefited you. You were able to find an authentic, genuine thank you about the situation, being a jerk. So that way I know what I'm not entertained, right? If that's all you could come up with. Let me see below that. What was it? Four of Wands. Okay, justice. Four of Wands. We're going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Ace of Swords. Yes. Okay, but the Seven of Wands. No. Okay, and the Two of Pentacles. Something had to change with the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also, what you do and where your money is. Okay, Princess of Swords, checking things out from the past and realizing like you were missing some information to take the next step. Okay, you came into this innocent, and finally, you know what? With given new information, no, okay, and the Wheel of Fortune shifted. Okay, so there was some opportunities in the past, and no, they didn't all work out, right? Somebody at some point, they got scammed. Okay, they got screwed basically, but this isn't that situation, and you did some things to change your energy, and so that doesn't come into play in this anymore. Okay, Let's get some more and see what else Spirit will reveal for us. Okay, they're saying I was about to pull one deck, but they said no, get the handmade oracle cards out. So let me grab this, my basket. I really want to find a cuter basket, but whatever, this works. So we'll take these ones. We'll take these ones and a little bit from here. Okay. Be interested to see what's going to add to this reading. Okay, so this could still, I feel like it's still going to be going down the same train of thought, same energy. Anywhere where you were really worried about getting on the stage and presenting your art, doing your performance, like I said, it just gets easier from here. You, at the end of the day, you find yourself very satisfied with what you did. You're like, I did this fantastic. You might critique yourself heavily still and say, you know what, next time I'm going to do that. But what we love about that is that you're actually talking about doing it again, as opposed to when you were talking about, I'm never going to do that. Oh no, I'm not doing that. So what can you reveal for the tribe? What else can you reveal in this energy, please and thank you? Okay, we have a few cards coming out. The bottom of the deck says, I'm the one for me. And these are facts. You are the one for you. You have to be on your side. You can't be against you. You got to be on your team. This one came out face down. It's saying, I am thankful for divine blessings on all my plans, projects, and words. Love it. So it's like, you know that the universe is conspiring in your favor. You know divine is on your side. Illustrious. You about to have an illustrious. They said put that over there with those divine blessings. They're saying use your words, your projects in an illustrious way. They're saying the word, you're giving me with illustrious, they're giving me the word illustrated, illustrate, draw it up. So it's like in your plans and your projects and your words, these are the drawings you're making of what comes to fruition, what you materialize in your life. So use it wisely because the divine does bless that, right? Let's see what else. Strength training in a spiritual gym. Your first card out was the strength card. Again, letting me know like you've been through a lot of different things that made you have to really learn some self-control over your actions and over what's going on in your headspace. And you in this situation, like you made a huge, it's like you did it consciously enough, it finally hit the subconscious this time. So that means that the next time you do it, it's really not going to be as hard as it had been in the past to get here, to do this, to accomplish this. Okay, let me see what else you have. Life is an upward moving spiral. You continue to come around to the same space with growth and evolution to arrive in a different headspace. So you've been here before. You've done this. This time you're doing it more elevated. So I just saw somebody, yeah, last time you tucked your tail and ran type of a thing. When it was your turn to get on the stage, I heard you never got on the stage. You just left. You were like, never mind, I'm not doing this, right? Or you declined the opportunity. You didn't book the event. You left the relationship type of a vibe. Okay. You didn't even try. Okay. Ha, I'll be back. I'll be back. Literally, I said that earlier. Literally, this already came out talking about, yeah, I'll do that again. I'll sing karaoke again. Oh yeah, I'll try relationship again. Oh yeah, I'll do my performance again. That's the vibes. I love it. So you're gonna do this again, whatever it was. And somebody's like, yeah, but you know. So what had happened was, in somebody here, maybe you did meet this person and it did look like good news and you had all these feelings for this person, but something happened in the past. You knew the situation. And so now you're like, okay, I got to stop this. So, you know, it's come to an end, right? But you're like, that's not going to stop me from doing relationships. I'm going to do relationships again. On to the next. Okay. And it's like, thank you. Next. Let me see what else we have for you. Which part of me feels this way is the empowering question that's coming out for you. So as you have these different feelings, maybe that's something that helped you get through the situation already, because it came through like you learned to identify, right? These feelings, what they're telling you, the way the brain works, the computer brain versus the spiritual mind, right? So as you move forward and you come to do this, you might still receive some of those, a little bit of those doubts, those nerves might return and stuff like that. But they're saying you can use that question to ask yourself, like, which part of me feels this way? Why do I feel this way? What is this feeling trying to communicate with me? Is it my light? Is my shadow? Right? What is it that's is this my computer brain that's doing this, or is this the spiritual mind? Okay, you can ask yourself these questions so that you can discover what mentality, what consciousness of you is feeling or thinking the way you are, to help you better navigate the situation. Because if you know it's coming from your shadow, you know it's false evidence appearing real, you know it's ego based, you know it's related to the past, you know, stuff like that. You know you got to get out of your comfort zone and get it in order to break that, which is what you did here. So and maybe you didn't know this question, but moving forward, it sure will help. I'm hearing simplify and streamline the process so you can get her done. Love and peace and happiness. Let's see what the fields has for you here. Oh, horror. So when you get scared, which part of me feels this way? And I hear somebody has been using horror movies to help them overcome their fears, to help them get beyond their fears. So that's an interesting thought. Okay. And what an interesting way you chose to address that. Like, if that's you, what an interesting way you chose to address that, honestly. All right. So we're going to get you, they showed me to pull a couple of cards from the Spiritual AF deck for you, because they said they'll fit really good right here. So let's do that. They know the way I like my table all nice and pretty, unless we're doing where it falls is where it speaks. But so they're kind of making fun of me. They're like, yeah, you could fit 2 more cards right there from the Spiritual AF. So why don't you give them 2 cards? I'm like, okie dokie. Funny the way I hear spirit, and it plays with me like a normal conversation with a friend. And there's something in that specific for you. Like your spirit and you should not be so unfamiliar, uncomfortable, right? To where you can't feel like you're talking to a friend. And I just heard, thank you for being a friend. Okay, Golden Girl, let me see. What do we have? One card coming out saying, worrying is a negative prayer. Literally, like years ago, I knew this, right? I knew that where my attention goes, energy flows, and that's what grows. But my father's cousin put a meme on Facebook, and I mentioned it many times over the years. And her meme that she posted said, "Worrying is praying for what you don't want," and that just hit a little bit different. So let's see what the back says. You don't need any of that kind of angsty, nail biting bullshit today. If you catch yourself worrying, take a deep breath and ask the universe for what you really want, not what you don't want. The universe always lets you change your order. And hell yeah, you want fries with that. Supersize that shit. I'm with it. Yes, please do. Supersize it. Okay. And then they're saying if you shoot for the moon, you might catch some stars. Okay. So let me see. One more for the tribe. Most important, most beneficial message. Thank you. It says, look at the moon. Did I just not? I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm glad this is the last card, because this makes me want to dump this throne over and just fall on the floor. Like, this is wild. I just said shoot for the moon and you might catch some stars, and then look at the. So this is a huge confirmation over this entire reading for you. And they said put it in the comments. How did it relate to you, right? If you could take one thing that I said out of this with you that's going to benefit you, put it in the comments, right? If you can't teach it back to me, you didn't learn shit. And these messages are here, to share information. Okay, let's see. Just look at that thing. It's lovely AF, right? You're welcome. That's why I love the moon. There's a song called Why I Love the Moon, and it's from Phony People, PPL instead of spelled out. Phony People. And it's a great song. Okay. So Aquarius here. That's Pisces energy. Can't deny that. We also had Aquarius that came out here. We had Queen of Wands come out here. Oh, they said don't end yet. Okay, I love that. Let's do it. I haven't done that in a while. So what I used to do years ago, and they want me to do again here, is to give you some insight where you're relating to these different people of zodiac signs, which I will mention. So anywhere where there's a major arcana or a king or a queen, that's going to be read now as a person. Some of you, major arcana is most of you, is going to be self-related, right? So if you're that zodiac sign, the kings and queens normally are external energies, so somebody else, right? So which deck do you want me to use? Okay, yeah, the rebel deck. Okay, you got it. So we're gonna talk some stuff. We all grown here, so yeah, if you're not, you shouldn't be on my channel. We talk grown folks business around here. So they said 3 shuffles on the lap. And then we're going to start with the Queen of Cups, who's in our behind you position. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Somebody else. Okay. So what is the most important message you could give to the one watching about this Queen of Cups that's around them? And it says, you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Yeah, so listen to that little voice. You got some feelings about this Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces behind you. Now, let's see about this Leo energy. You're likely the Leo energy. It's a strength card, major arcana. Thank you. It says detox. Baby, you need to detox. It says drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. There's that. Okay. And then let's see, what's our next? Okay, we have the King of Swords up here. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius energy. What about this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, King of Swords? What can you tell the tribe? This is somebody around you. Thank you. Why so many? They said this one. It says you are giving too many fucks. Give 0. This is for a lot of you about an X. I can't even hold that back. And then it just so you know, it says laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? And fuck. Shit is about to get real. Fuck, you need your people around you. Okay. So, yeah, it fell out. So I just had to. They were like, yeah, read it. I'm like, okay. Some of you identify as Scorpio with the death card. Show me the Scorpio energy, most important message. It says, you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Okay. Then some of you identify as Aquarius with this star card energy here. Show me Aquarius star card energy. What's the most important message for this one? This says, stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. Yes, the fuck you are. Okay, you are the center of the universe. So I would say stop obsessing over shit that you shouldn't be obsessing over. You should be focusing your energy intentionally. I don't, yes, you fucking are the center of the universe. That's like one of the biggest lies they ever told us. Everything in this universe around you, it does that for all of us. Once you get real alignment, you'll see that I'm fucking right when I say that, because I'm not saying that from out my head or from out of a book. This is from experience. Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Show me, there's somebody around you, what you need to know. Most important message for this Queen of Wands. Let's search God. What does the tribe need? You need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. Okay. All right, and that's it. So that's what I have for you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Really, they wanted me to give you a yes or no answer as well for your personal question. So think about your personal question. I wasn't planning none of this, but that's how I operate. I just do what Spirit says and then know that it's all good. So now I'm getting to give you a yes or no answer. I'm glad you hung out. Ain't you glad you hung out to the end? Look at you. All right. Yeah, you want to watch the videos from beginning to end, because you don't know what's going to come out, how it's going to come out, or what. They even gave a hint that they might start having me read for people who was sitting in the chat. But yeah, they're like, if we get more people in the chat, because the chats need to, they're like, more people come on and get involved in the channel. But let's see, yes or no, yes or no. For their personal question. I only do this once and it works for all of you, okay? That's how the energy flows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes is the answer. The 5th card is the Ace of Wands, and it's a yes, okay? 3 of Wands was at the bottom. The cards that came out to give you your yes was the 6 of Cups, King of Wands, Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands. So your answer is yes, and now we are finally complete. Love and peace and happiness. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence, for commenting, liking, sharing. Those who are choosing personal readings, I have time within the next couple days, and even this evening, actually, if you wanted to get something in. So go to the website for information or below the video. Reach out. We get you handled. They start at $45. All right. Until next time, one question, yes or no, personal, $20. Sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.